Hello, everyone. This is Archive 12, and today we are on a bit of a marathon here. Okay, I just reacted to "No Freedom," the Iron Lung song from Callie Mae and Nina Hope. If you haven't seen that, you honestly should because it's a really good song. It had a few problems when it came to audio clarity. I mentioned that I wish that the lyrics were a little bit clearer and a little bit louder, but overall, that song had one of the most sinister soundtracks that I've ever heard, and frankly, it put a very heavy weight of, like, deep foreboding and deep, like, near insanity building dread in the back of my mind, and it kinda kicked off, what I imagine is gonna be a very interesting, traversal through the Iron Lung, like, songs that people have been asking me to get to. This next one is from JT Music. This is, I believe, for the actual movie. The last one, No Freedom, that one is primarily geared towards the game. So, like, this is going to be about the Markiplier movie. Um, this is the Iron Lung song "Enraptured" and Iron Lung Shanty. That's going to be very interesting. I know about Iron Lung through Markiplier's playthrough. Have not yet seen the movie though, so keep that in mind. Link will be in the description below if you want to watch this without my commentary, because we'll be pausing, we'll be talking about it. Without further ado, let's get started.
Your prison is built of iron, but we're flesh and bone, and the blood that runs inside it may no longer be your own. Let go of the hope that blinds you on an endless, deathly sea. Let mine be the voice to guide you, set a course for eternity. Far from the grace of God that you cast, all the creation tossed like a draft, comes revelation upon you at last. All that your Lord ever loved was his craft. To the witness, the last of his stars, Genesis sun beneath every door. Depth of his light, now a filament flickering, cosmic hemorrhage, firmament withering.
Okay, okay. Similar to No Freedom, the one thing, and I JT has had this issue before. Um, the one thing I would say is that the lyrics aren't clear enough. They are muddied by the way that he has put that, like, deep synthesizing voice over them. It definitely brings the proper effect to the song, but what it does is it also takes away from the clarity of the lyrics. And as someone who has an audio processing disorder, it is very difficult for me to understand those kind of lyrics on the first listen to. I'm going to be rewinding a little bit just because of the fact that I want to be able to actually understand what he's saying. And like, the visuals sometimes obstruct um the the words on the screen. And so if I can't see the words and I can't understand the lyrics, I'm not understanding the song. The way the song feels is evil. It feels very sinister. It reminds me of No Freedom. Like, these two songs definitely have captured the deep foreboding nature that would be the Iron Lung universe. I just want to listen so that way I can understand it. That's really it. I'm getting bits and pieces here, but like, that synthesizer is like a problem. And I had this exact same problem when he did his, I think it was his Armored Core song, where he used the synthesizer to basically do his entire part. And I had to listen to it like 3 or 4 times before I actually started to understand the lyrics. And I'm kind of thinking that with the way he did the first part here, that might be the case for this song as well.
Your prison is built of iron, but we're flesh and bone, and the blood that runs inside it may no longer be your own. Let go of the hope that blinds you on an endless, deathly sea. Let mine be the voice to guide you, set a course for eternity. Far from the grace, a dagger you cast. All of creation tossed like a draft. Comes revelation upon you at last. All that your Lord ever loved was his craft. Left you to witness the last of his stars. Genesis sun gun, let there be dark. Warmth of his light, now a filament flickering. Cosmic hemorrhage, filament withering.
Okay, now that I'm listening to it the second time, I'm starting to understand lyrics a little bit more. The way that the words have been crafted for this song are like JT is an expert wordsmith. Like he knows exactly what he needs to say in order to hammer exactly what point to get through. And he's done a great job here where like he's made this song feel like the evil nature it's supposed to be. And I'm not gonna say that's a hard thing to do when it comes to Iron Lung because of the fact that Iron Lung as a I was gonna say a franchise. It's not really a franchise, kind of, but not really. I don't know. I don't know if it would be considered a franchise with only two pieces of media out. But um as a source, as a media source, let's just say that, you cannot understate how dreadful the lore of this game is. You can't understate that. And it makes me want to go watch the movie. And I know that the movie's probably only going to be out in theaters for 1 or 2 more weeks, but like this makes me want to go watch it. It makes me want to experience Markiplier's take on what he experienced in the game. And I think that's a good thing because these kind of songs are perfect promotional pieces for a game like or a game or a movie like this.
From the heavens, and in their absence, no questions arise with madness. Celestial abscess has no escape but the pulse of a planet who opened its into the pit of the beast salvation, gifted to thee without discrimination. Sinners and saints in consolidation, only with death does the mortal awaken. A welcome execution. I want my ever after. If I never breathe again, give me pieces I descend back into emptiness and rapture.
I like how they're mixing the game footage with the actual movie footage or the trailer footage. That's really clever. Gives you a little bit extra and combines the two together. Um I like how in this second part of this, the filter on the voice was lifted and like JT's voice was allowed to go like shine through. I also like the fact that the more I listen to this instrumental, the more it sounds like a demonic heartbeat. Like that's really important for the theme of this, considering the fact you're inside of an ocean of blood. Like I like the fact that this feels like a heartbeat pounding rhythmically in the background as JT is rapping. That's a really clever use for it. And because the fact that it's got such an interesting beat, it sounds alien. Like it sounds like an alien heartbeat, which just makes it sound better.
Your choosing is not of iron, but one of flesh and bone, and the blood coursing inside it, now more than just your own. Let go of the hope that blinds you on an endless, deathless sea, where the light of the void will guide you onward to eternity. Let you down in the depths unknown, shining light where it can't be shown. How blessed are ye who ascend below, where the glory awaits. Your father forsaken sons, some take harbor where faith had none. Don't let your nature betray your soul.
Oh, okay.
Get the pillars upon which false idols are built. Now shed those shackles, anchors away. Rip off the skin that was meant to decay.
This second verse is wild with the way that he's doing this. I'm rewinding it just to the beginning. We will go right there. I'm rewinding it to the beginning of the chorus slash second verse so that that way I can understand it because the demon voice that he's doing for these couple of parts, it's throwing me off and I'm not understanding it. So again, I'm sorry, just bear with me. Uh, I'm glad that things have cleared up a little bit. He kind of put that filter back on when he does the chorus, but he doesn't keep it on. And until the demon voice comes in, then I'm like, I can't. All I'm hearing is just mumbling in a very low, growly voice, and I want to understand what he's saying. Um, the lyrics is also moving a little too fast for for my ability to read it. Um, I'm not a quick reader, so the fact that the scenes keep jumping around mean that I'm not catching the lyrical aspect of what's on screen as quickly as I would like. And since he's moving from point to point very quickly, that's just a failing on my part, unfortunately. So again, listening to it a second time will definitely help.
Your chosen is not of iron, but one of flesh and bone, and the blood coursing inside it, now more than just your own. Let go of the hope that blinds you on an endless, deathless sea, where the light of the void will guide you onward to eternity. Set you down in the depths unknown, shining light where it's gently shown. Out blessed are ye who ascend below, where the glory awaits. Your father forsaken sons, such a power where faith had none. Don't let your nature betray your soul.
Open your eyes when the veil is pulled. Okay. That's the part that that's the first part that like took me by surprise that I couldn't understand.
Your sins, the rugged guilt, and the pillars upon which false idols are built. Now shed those shackles, anchors away. Rip off the skin that was if you covered more than the life you were given. Living is an orchard ripe for the picking. Hell with your Bibles, a comfort of fiction. Let me set you free from the torment of living. A welcome execution.
I guess technically this is the chorus. The way that that JT managed to do that second verse, mixing in the demon voices, making it sound like the demon is joining in and answering back. Brilliant choice. Brilliant usage of the staticky effect over his voice. But that static effect is the reason why like I'm having a hard time understanding him. When he clears that up and removes the static filter and it's just him singing, it it sounds so much better only from the audio quality standpoint because I can actually understand it. But with the staticky effect over his voice, it was just distracting enough that I wasn't catching what he was saying. Um, at least on the first listen to it. On the second listen to it, I was understanding. It was very clever, in my opinion. And this might be something that has to do with the game or with the movie, but I felt it was very clever for him talking about like cursed fathers and forsaken sons as a line. It the lore, I'm having a hard time recalling the actual lore from the game, but I do remember that it's like something about I remember that there were some Bible verses which would make sense with the way that he's structured this. I remember that there were some Bible verses that were included in some of the documents in the game, like some of the stuff that you can find. I don't remember the exact context for them. So someone who's played the game might be able to fill me in on that. If you've seen the movie, please don't spoil it because I do want to see the movie. But like if you've played the game and you can like me on the context, I would appreciate it.
I want my ever after. If I never breathe again, give me pieces I descend back into emptiness. Iron, but one of flesh and bone, and the blood that runs inside it is the vessel that take you home.
Yeah, I loved how each time he did that particular part, it was different. Each part felt very different. Sorry, I'm just vibing to the soundtrack right now. I want that soundtrack on Spotify just to listen to. I just want that separate from everything else. That was really cool. I really enjoyed that. Overall, I don't have any real complaints. Now that I've heard it a couple of times, I feel like I'd feel confident enough to be able to understand what's being said when I listen to it on my walk to work or whatever. But yeah, that was really cool. I really enjoyed that, and I very much look forward to seeing what these other Iron Lung songs are going to be bringing to us. But in the meantime, that's going to be it for me. Thank you for joining me. I am Markova 12, and I will see you in the next video.